Hello, welcome to today's edition of Pegasus Test. On today's edition, we're covering Stage 1 of Finnish Brutality. Yes, I was lucky enough to get to go to Finnish Brutality this year, and it was completely worth it. Worth all the trouble of getting a Finnish import permit, worth all the trouble of getting a temporary export permit from the U.S. State Department, and all the trouble of shipping the guns internationally. Totally worth it. It was awesome. Stage 1 was a classic that you see at any of the Finnish or Desert Brutality events, and that's the Kasarda drill. And in this version of it, what you did, you were on a 150-yard flat range, and then you dashed 50 yards as soon as the buzzer went off, up to where the first kettlebell was, the kettlebell was already staged. You went to the prone, and you had two targets, one on the extreme left of the range and one on the extreme right. Got a hit on each, grabbed the kettlebell, and chucked it as far as you could. And then that was your next shooting position, and you did that for 50 yards. Once you got the kettlebell to the required point, you then slung your rifle, run up to where they had a big orange pole, and from there you were faced with a pistol spinner of which you had to spin. Once you did that, the stage was over. Easy, right? Yeah, maybe not so much. Ended up parring out this stage. Luckily, you know, the only stage that I parred out on, so things only went uphill from there, which is good. And what got me was just shadows. You'll see in the video here, the targets are, like I said earlier, on the extreme left and right of the range. And the way the sun was, since that was the Stage 1 first day, the angle of the sun had the left-hand target very easy to see. Not very easy to see, but you could see it, get your hits, as you'll see. But the right hand was just sitting in the shadow of some trees at the edge of the range there, and it was this thing that you just could not see it. From the moment I went to the prone, I couldn't see it. You'll even hear me say as you watch that, I can't see it. But the RO was excellent. He gave great coaching advice, and I can tell you, every hit you see me get on that right-hand target before I par out is luck. I aimed where I thought it should be. And eventually, by cueing in on what the RO said, I did all right and got the hits. Unfortunately, I didn't get them before I parred out. That's a fact of life. That happens. But, you know, like they say here in the brutality events, you know, we considered fair and decided against it. This is one of those cases. Talking with the RO at the end of the day, he was telling me, in the middle of the second stage, the sun had shifted enough that target was prominently displayed and everything, and a lot of shooters were getting it right off the bat. So good for them, not for me, but such is life. Go ahead and take a look, and we'll be back for some commentary after the stage run.
Are you ready? Ready. Stand by. To the right, you shot to the right.
I cannot even see that damn thing.
Bit left, bit left. Missed that one on the right side too. Right. Hit. One meter from the last pole to the left. That was to the left of the target. Good throw.
Oh, very good. Nice one.
Hit. Hit.
Awesome.
Nice throw. To the left. Take right. You're shooting left. You're shooting left. 30 centimeters to the right. Still shooting left. You're shooting right now. To the left. In the middle. Back. Take the right, left one side and try again for the right. Hit! Shadow, 2 meters to the right. 1 meter from the last pole. To the left is the target. You're still shooting left. 20 centimeters to the left of the target. It's the darkest space. Still left and low.
Hit.
Hit! Nyt se meni kyllä jonnekin ihan muualle.
Ei se nyt haittaa.
Very good throw.
Saatana niin se on niin. Se kilahtaa vaan.
Right to the right. Left to the left. You're shooting right. Hit! Shooting low. Shooting low.
Pöllyäkin on ilmassa niin.
Niin on, ja se on niin helvetin pimeässä toi toinen tuolla. Ei yksinkertaisesti vaikea nähdä tästäkin.
Iso pomo sanoi, että ei.
Shooting low.
Squadien väleillä vedetään.
Ei saa.
Can you
Iso
see?
pomo kieli.
No.
Squadien väleillä.
Kyllä, ei mitään.
Just left of the target. Shooting low all the time. Shooting right to the target. Similar target than on the left side. It's hanging there from the. Oh, it's a hit. Continue, continue. We take it a hit. Continue. You have shot enough hit. Now you got the hit.
Mutta meidän arvo tällä hetkellä.
Hit. Left. Right. Right. Fire! Fire! Unload and shot clear. It's done.
The conditions were what they were. As you can see, the right-hand target was just hidden. Such is life. Shout out to the bloke on the range. He was a couple people ahead of me on this one, and he shot the whole match with an L1A1 iron sighted, and he got through all the way up to the pistol spinner before he parred out. And I'm thinking that is one of the clues to why I was having some trouble. I'm shooting at a dark target in the shadows, and the whole time I was wearing sunglasses looking through a scope. Now yes, Trijicon MRO has a pretty great eyepiece, and I'm not denigrating it, but I'm looking through 3 separate planes of glass, and the more light goes through glass, the more it diminishes it, and that little bit might have been just enough to make target recognition really hard. Although the RO had told me he was even trouble seeing my hits. So stage 1 is over, and tomorrow we're going to bring you stage 2. We hope you're enjoying the coverage of Finnish Brutality 2019. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and tune in for tomorrow's video.